Happy New Year and Happy New Decade, Anime Browser fans! 2020 is the year of new beginnings and new perspectives. With that being said, we figured we'd kick off the new decade by sharing some of our top picks for manhwa. If you're new to manhwa, it's actually the Korean version of comics and manga. If you're looking for something new and fresh to start the year with, you've come to the right place. Let's kick off the new year with the 15 of the best and top manhwa titles to read that are different from your usual comics and manga that you may already be familiar with. We're certain that you will stumble upon a few that will suit your taste. So here we go! Let's start our list of the best manhwa with number 15, Can't See, Can't Hear, But Love. This one is from the mangawa of Trace. Can't See, Can't Hear, But Love is an amazing romantic story about a mangaka who loses his eyesight due to his job, and a deaf woman who falls deeply in love with the mangaka and then with the artist himself. Number 14, Tower of God. Tower of God is another great manhwa or webtoon which is written and drawn by Lee Jong-hyu, also known as SIU. The story of this good manga series focuses on a boy who goes by the name of 25th Bam. He was trapped and spent all of his life beneath a mysterious tower. While chasing after his only friend as he tries to locate him, he succeeds in opening a door to the tower. Now he must encounter so many challenges that await him at each floor of this cryptic tower. Number 13, Cheese in the Trap. Here is a romance, comedy, and a school manhwa that showcases the story of the hard-working student Seul Hong. As soon as she comes back to the college after a long break, she meets Jung Yu, who is a senior at the college, also known as Mr. Perfect. Therefore, Seul feels like her life turned upside down since she got involved with Jung. So is the senior Jung intentionally changing Seul's life to the worse? Number 12, Immortal Regis. Immortal Regis is a great fantasy, action, and supernatural manhwa that follows the story of a boy who one day and unexpectedly meets the otherworldly Saren. Under a bright moon and a denizen of chaos, the boy dies and becomes immortal. Now, the undead can no longer coexist with humans due to an ancient law, and as a result, the revelations that begins as he returns to chaos will push him to begin a new adventure. Number 11, Winterwoods. Winterwoods is an epic Korean manhwa or webtoon that focuses on Winter, who is a creation of a famous alchemist thousands of years ago. Now, Winter just wants to learn how to be a real human. On the other hand, Jane Reina is a young woman who dreams to be a writer but fails to do so. However, later, Winter will meet Jane and decide to live with her in order to learn what it means to be alive. Number 10, Defense Devil. This manhwa story centers around Mephisto Bard Kukabara, who is a devil lawyer. So Mephisto's aim is to return to the demon realm that he was expelled from, and to do so he must gather enough dark matter. Therefore, he creates a plan to collect the dark matter from the souls of sinners sentenced to hell. His task is to prove their innocence, and the dark matter becomes his. But his kind personality will be an obstacle in gathering enough dark matter, as he continually uses it up in order to defend the soul from the Shinigami that has come to take them all to hell. Number 9. An Narasumanara. In an abandoned theme park, there is a magician who lives alone in a tent. He always starts the show by saying this line, "Do you believe in magic?" On the other hand, for Yunai no longer believes in magic. All she cares about is facing poverty. However, when Yu meets up with a magician, this encounter will change her life forever. This Korean manga or manhwa showcases a philosophical, heartwarming, and thought-provoking story of what it means to grow up into the person you want to be. Number 8. Four-Cut Hero. The story of this amazing manhwa follows our hero who defeats the Demon King, saves the princess, and gets away into the horizon, starting a new life in his dreams. However, the princess turns out to be a prince. Hence, meet them, here he comes. But a life of relaxation which consists of anime is a pretty sweet deal, wouldn't you agree? Unfortunately, he gets involved in a period of old legends, curses, and plot twists that consist of various kingdoms and many dragons. Through and through, though, he'll pursue the road of the whimsical, even if that includes him palling it up with villains. Number 7. Noblesse. Awakening from a white coffin in an unknown time, the handsome Rai must look for his loyal companion, Frankenstein, whom he can trust. Hence, Rai attempts to sneak into the human society by turning his old-fashioned clothing into the uniform of the nearby Yiran High School. As it turns out, the principal of the high school is his loyal servant, Frankenstein. Rai asks Frankenstein for his help to adapt to the present, so Frankenstein enrolls him as a new student in order to help him understand modern society and experience a normal life. However, things will soon get awkward, not only because of the problems stemming from modern society, but also unresolved conflicts from him and his master's troubled past. As a result, Rai must start using his mysterious power to protect and save those he holds dear. Number 6. The Gamer. This Korean manga is all about fantasy RPGs, dungeons, and dragons. The story showcases the life of Han Ji-han, a normal high school student who suddenly develops a special power where his entire world is turning into a game-like setting. Sound familiar, guys? Han can see the power levels of people, look at the stats of seemingly normal items, and get abilities and even level up. So let's follow Han Ji-han as he discovers how to use his power in the gaming world of ability users. Number 5. The Breaker. The story follows Shiyun's school life, which is not ideal because of the abuse he gets from fellow student Ho Chang and his gang. To put an end to the daily beating, Shiyun decides to learn how to defend himself by enrolling at a martial arts academy. There he meets Chun Woo in a scene where he's provoked by a group of angry men. Then the teacher, Chun Woo, suddenly sends them flying using martial arts techniques, which Shiyun secretly records. Later, Shiyun will use this recording to obligate Chun Woo into teaching him how to defend himself. So will Chun Woo manage to train Shiyun and help him survive in the world of Mirim? You're going to have to find that out. Number 4. Something About Us. The story focuses on Han Woo-jin and Do Ga-young, who consider themselves the best of friends, but those around them seem to think otherwise. Probably there's something about their relationship that's hard to describe. Things seem to be going well for them as they're now attending the same university. However, Han Woo-jin will leave the university to fulfill his mandatory military obligation. 2 years later, Han Woo-jin has finished his duty from the military and goes back to school. Han Woo-jin and Do Ga-young again hang out with each other all the time, but what will become of these two quote-unquote friends? The answer is that the relationship will change as Do Ga-young starts to have feelings for Han Woo-jin. Number 3. The God of High School. Coming at number 3 in our list of the top and best manhwa is The God of High School, which is an amazing Korean manhwa written by Park Yoon-jae. The story follows the protagonist, Mori Jin. It all began as a fighting tournament to seek out for the best fighter among all high school students in Korea. Mori Jin is a taekwondo specialist and a student who will soon discover that there is something much greater beneath the stage of the tournament. Number 2. Solo Leveling. The story showcases the life of the weakest hunter, Sung Jin-woo, and his aim to become the most powerful S-rank hunter. 10 years ago, after the opening of the gate that connects the world of humans and monsters, normal people started receiving superpowers in order to be able to hunt monsters within the gate. Sung Jin-woo is one of the weakest hunters who often risks his life in the lowliest of dungeons, the world's weakest. Furthermore, with no skills, he barely earns some money by fighting in weakest dungeons. Therefore, one day he stumbles upon a mysterious dungeon with the hardest difficulty within the D-rank dungeons. There, he just accepts his ultimate death, but hopefully he suddenly receives a strange power. Number 1. Bastard. The plot follows the protagonist Seon-jin, who can never find peace, neither at school, where he is harshly bullied due to his kind and quiet nature and weak appearance, nor within his personal life, where his own father is his nightmare. Although Jin's father seems like a successful businessman, good Samaritan, and a great father, but that is merely a facade. The truth is, he is a serial killer, and Jin is his unwilling accomplice. For years, they've been carrying out their missions peacefully, until one day his father sets his eye on this pretty transfer student, Yeon-kyun. As a result, Jin must make a decision. Be the coward who helps his father in killing her like all the rest, or finally become a brave son who defies his wicked parent. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tell us which of these manhwa are your fave. Let us know in the comments below. And for more top 10 and 20 picks, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified by our latest videos. We'll see you next time, and sayonara!